afternoon, everybody. Time for another wolfofbricks.com update. Once again, I am Jim, and this is where we talk about Lego investing and reselling. So I'm going to answer a question before we get into the main topic. This was a question that was posted on the comments, and as always, if anybody has a question, feel free to drop it in the comment section. I'll do my best to either answer it on the YouTube channel. So the question comes from Layman's the Brave. I hope I'm saying that right. Great video, Jim. Would love to hear your thoughts on employee exclusive sets. Now, that's an interesting question because I've thought about doing a video on employee exclusive sets, but here's the thing, and I hope I'm not disappointing too many people on my opinion. I just don't pay attention to them. I paid attention to them at the beginning and towards the middle of my reselling journey, but I don't pay attention to them anymore. And the reason why that is because I think they're cool, but I would say half the time, if I was just a Lego collector and builder and I saw these sets on the shelf for sale, I probably wouldn't buy them. Now, again, some of them are cool, but there are some that just don't interest me. And here's the thing, I'm not a Lego employee, right? So the only way I could get my hands on these sets would be if I actually worked for Lego. So I would have to purchase them third party, which is a premium. So I'm, buying it from another reseller. And that's just not something that I am really interested in. But if the opportunity ever came where Lego wanted to hire me, God help them if they did, and a good looking employee exclusive set came my way, I mean, I would definitely gobble it up, no matter what it was, right? Just because of the rarity. So I hope I was able to answer that question. I'd be curious to hear what other people think about employee exclusive sets. And I see them occasionally. And here's the thing, I don't want to take too much time in this, but there's been recent news about Comic-Con no longer having Lego exclusive sets. I actually think that's a good thing. Granted, I had 50 of the Nebulon B frigates, right? Because, the sets that I and other resellers purchase are sets that are relatively easy to find. Lego does have hard to find sets, but if you know about Lego Shop at Home, you could just go online and scoop them up. Now, there will be some sets like the Titanic, which I still have yet to get my hands on. I know some people that have a ton of Titanics. But I almost look at San Diego Comic-Con not having those exclusive Lego sets as a good thing, because the only way you would get those Lego sets is if you took a plane and you spent an enormous amount of money, or you purchased them on Amazon. Now, of course, there was that time 2 years ago because of COVID, the people that run Comic-Con, they just went ahead and threw it on Amazon, or maybe the Lego people did. I have no idea. And that's how I was able to get the Nebulon B frigates. But, I really think there should be Lego for the people, right? And everybody should have the opportunity to buy Lego sets until they retire, and that's where we come in. All right, so the topic today is I'm going to talk about two sets that are going to retire that you may want to keep your eye on. Now, towards the end of the video, I will have some honorable mentions. I'll have 3 honorable mentions, which I think everybody will find interesting. But these are sets, as far as this recording, things may have changed, that are retiring this year. And they're city sets. The 3 honorable mentions at the end are not going to be city. They're going to be interesting. It's not something that I would pick. I would love to hear if anybody else is very interested in these sets. But we're just going to get to it. Set number 1, Chicken Hen House, set number 60344. I think this is a good set, and it is $10, so you got to be careful and make sure that you purchase it at a lower price, because after fees and all that other good stuff or not good stuff, whatever you want to call it, the return on investment would be somewhat low. One of the reasons why I like this is because I looked for a set similar to this in City where it was remade or something like that, and I haven't seen any set that is a Chicken Hen House, so I do think that it will fare well. Again, this is a set that's kind of under the radar. Now, there are some sets, the $9.99 Lego sets that are City, it's usually a minifig and something else. Like, I forget what I had. I think maybe 2 years ago, there was like a minifig and a jet ski, or a minifig and something going on with the beach or something like that. I was able to buy, I think, at least 50 of those. And they're doing pretty good, so I'm really excited about that. Now, I am trying to get away from the $10 and below sets, but I know there are plenty of other people out there that do like the lower price point sets, and I think this is one that you should definitely check out. The next one is Lego City Picnic in the Park, set number 60326 building kit. I think this set is cool. Everybody is doing cities now, right down in their basement. Everybody's an A-full now. Everybody, Lego's doing the 18 plus. And I think that's great. This is a good set because this would be a good addition. It comes with 3 minifigures, and this is a set that I believe in the future you could probably get even more discounted than 10%. And I'm not just talking about the usual 20%. I'm not sure why this isn't 20% off. But if you weren't able to get this for more than 20% off, you really need to do a little bit more due diligence. And if you know me, I like those 5+ sets, those 4+ sets. I think they're great. So I think that there's a lot of potential here. And these are affordable, right? So there are people that are like, I might have just a couple bucks to spend because I've already had this huge inventory that I paid for this year. Is there anything out there? You may want to check this out. And this is also good for the people that are, the low-key Lego investors that don't have a lot of capital, that are willing to maybe, go out of their comfort zone if they haven't purchased any city. Now, when we go to Camel, you can see that there aren't any third-party sellers on here. There may be, it's just not listed on Camel. Now, in the future, there definitely will be. I'm sure there'll probably be at least 20. But we talk about going out of our comfort zones, right? So if you haven't purchased any city sets and you just want to do a little bit of experimentation, buy maybe 5, 10, or consider doing that, of course, you may want to go ahead and take that chance. And I would be remiss not to talk about this set. Set number 60008, Lego City Police Museum Break-In. Now, I just recently did a video about the set that got away, right? It was that blue jet plane, right? This is one of those sets. Now, when I started to become a new Lego investor, I went on the only resource that I knew that was out there, and that was Brick Picker, right? And the first question I said, it was something like, "Hi, new Lego investor here. What good sets are out there?" Like, I like Batman, I like Star Wars. The city theme looks like trash, so I wouldn't necessarily go ahead and put my money in that. I'm open to hear what everybody has to say. Boy, for my first post, did I get hammered. And to be honest, I kind of deserved it, right? People flat out said, and this is going back to a couple videos ago, building your network and distinguishing the smart Lego investors from the people that just like to buy DeLoreans at the Lego store and post it on a Facebook group and think that they're actually accomplishing something. Some of you know what I'm talking about. I swear, if I continue to see bad behavior, I'm going to have a weekly tough love segment because the stuff I see, it's just out of control and people just don't know what they're doing. But anyway, circling back, there were a lot of, seasoned Lego investors, and they're like, listen, city was one of the themes that did really well during the housing crisis, so you shouldn't discount the city theme. And I said to myself, that's interesting. Coincidentally enough, we may be going into some sort of financial recession in the near future. It'll be interesting to cover city because I will have my eye out on that. But this right here, I had this in my crosshairs, this police museum break-in, and I went to this Walmart, and all the shelves were full except this set. There was a little hole there, and this was back when I lived in Columbus, and there are a lot of Columbus Lego resellers out there. You guys know who you are because I've talked to plenty of you. So we are going to go to Camel for the museum break-in. And this chart, of course, just like the last couple of videos, is broke. But look at that. The cheapest you could have got that for was $41. And right now the buy box is $199. It has come down. And you know what? If you're still holding onto this set, you deserve to lose a couple dollars because you should have dumped this set a long time ago. But the highest it was at was $263, which I think is great. All right, now going over to my 3 honorable mentions, these are the Luigi Mansions. And let me tell you, you've noticed I haven't talked about Super Mario that much. Now, that's not to say Super Mario doesn't do well. I know some resellers that are, you know, they tell me I need to get into Super Mario all the time, and I just haven't. It's not my thing. But let me tell you, man, these Luigi Mansion sets are super popular. I mean, I can't get over how much my 6-year-old, he loves Luigi. He loves Luigi more than Mario, I think. And it's just crazy. We went to Chuck E. Cheese. There was this huge Luigi's Mansion video game. It's probably the best video game there. Everything else looked like video games from the 1980s, right? But they actually spent money on Luigi's Mansion. But, you know, this is something that I recommend doing your own due diligence on. Having children really opens your eye to what is popular when it comes to children's Legos, right? So all of these, I think, are potential winners. It's just a matter of doing some due diligence. And I actually own one of these. I own a couple, the 71401. I own a couple of them, but I don't plan on getting any more. I'd say I have less than 5, but I do have a couple of them. Hope you enjoyed the video, my friends. Please, as always, don't forget to like and subscribe. Once again, I'm Jim with wolfofbricks.com. Always go out there and get it.